Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is our Success Thought number 96. Wow. Thanks for joining us today. You know, as we close out this year, we have to really close out strong. We've been talking about the things that you have to do to get where you want to go, to be what you want to be. And one of the key things is be sure to get your copy of the 12 Universal Laws of Success. This is your recipe book for success, a great book for you and a great book to share with anyone you care about that you'd like to see their life change in the better. Today's topic is overcoming doubt. As we begin to close this year out, one of the things that happens is that we can doubt ourselves. Great. Good morning, Dr. Mansa Musa. Sade Tavia, thank you. All right. Love, yes, 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 less. Yes, Bishi Christ, Chrissy. Great. Thanks for joining us today. This is an interesting topic because as we close out this year, there's one thing that really stands between us and what we want to do and be and have and the things we want to accomplish. And that thing that can slow us down, it can really undermine us, is self-doubt. If we doubt ourselves, we put ourselves in a position where we're literally putting an anchor on our dreams. We put ourselves in a position where we're literally flying with one hand behind our backs. And so doubt is that failure to believe in yourself. Doubt is that insecurity about your own abilities. And so how do we overcome doubt so that we can operate full throttle, so that we can really do what we need to do to accomplish what we want to accomplish this year? And the number one thing is to realize that doubt is a choice. Doubt is a state of mind. In any state of mind, you can choose to have it or not to have it. You see, you have the power not only to choose it, but you have the power to change your mind at any time. The second law of success says, be not conformed to this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind. Wow. And so if doubt has been a problem, then you can change your thinking by saying, I can do it. I can do it. And so whatever's confronting you, whatever challenges you have in front of you right now, take that I can do it attitude. Second key to overcoming doubt is to look for the positive. No matter what your situation, there's always a positive side to it. You know, a friend of mine was getting evicted from his house, from the apartment that he'd rented for so long. And he was rejoicing. And, you know, when somebody's being evicted and they're rejoicing, you have to like, this is very interesting. And he was rejoicing because he said he needed that. If he had not gotten evicted, he would have never moved on to get his own house. He'd been talking about it. He'd been saving to get his own house, but he hadn't acted on it. And by golly, that eviction made him act on it right away. And let me tell you this, within 90 days, he was in his own home. He'd been stuck in that apartment for 20 years. But what looked like a bad situation getting evicted, and it wasn't for lack of paying the rent, it was because the landlord realized that his staying there was costing him money and literally, changed the rules of the game and evicted him on some other grounds. So no matter how negative something may appear to be, there's also a positive side to it. Dr. Mansa Musa says, action is eloquence. Yes, Doc, thank you. Number 3, talk to somebody else about it. Trust me, no matter what is happening to you right now, it's happened to somebody else in the past. Other people have been evicted. Other people have lost their jobs. Other people have been, whatever challenge you're having right now, I guarantee you it's happened to somebody else before. And many times just talking to somebody who's been through the challenges of life, challenges and obstacles have a common denominator. There's always No matter what the situation, there's always certain things that are common, certain ways to overcome that are very common to each victory. So talk to someone else about it. When you doubt yourself, write it down. Number 4, write it down. And many times we'll be responding to a shadow. We'll be doubting ourselves, and there's really no grounds to believe it. If we look at our lives and say, you know, I've gotten through this, I've gotten through that, I've accomplished this, you know, what am I worrying about? I can do it. I can do it. When you write it down, it gives you a visual image, one, of what the challenge is, but also, 2, it shows and stimulates an anchor in your mind that says you can do it, you can overcome. Number 5, to realize that most people don't care about what happens to you. That's a very somber thought. My dad used to say, when you share your pain with somebody else, he said, half of the people don't care, and the other half are glad it's you that's suffering. Now, that's kind of cynical, but the point is that most people don't really care about what happens to you. There's some that do. And those you seek out, as a matter of fact, those will identify themselves. When a person sees you sinking, when somebody steps up not to criticize and tell you why you're sinking, but says, hey, here's a lifeline, let me help, pay attention to that person. Number 6, get a higher authority. Go somewhere, talk to somebody who's ahead of you in the game of life. Talk to somebody who has been more successful than you in the game of life, in the game of business, in the game of relationships. When you're in a relationship and you're having some challenges, don't go to somebody who's having challenges to get advice. Go to somebody who seems to have accomplished exactly what you want to accomplish, who seems to have it all together. What you say, baby, from Mississippi. Thanks for joining us today. Number 7, to realize that all setbacks are temporary. Willie Jolly says, every setback is just a setup for a comeback. Let me say that again. Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. Number 8, sharpen your skills. You know, living is a skill. Master it. Overcoming obstacles is a skill. Master it. Learn, practice, and master the skills that can help you get where you want to go. Number 9, forgive yourself. Past failures can really make you feel bad. Past failures can give you a perspective of failure. You know, many of us have failed so many times that we kind of expect failure. Well, don't do that. Forgive yourself for past failures. Don't beat yourself up. Number 10 is the biggie. Realize that you can always course correct. That no matter where you're going, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how the road may look rocky and bumpy and full of holes and pitfalls, that you can always course correct. You can always make a change for the better. Change your direction, change your thoughts, change your emotions, change your habits, change your relationships so that you can overcome doubt and replace doubt with confidence. You can overcome failure and replace failure with success. You can overcome insecurity and replace it with courage. You have the power to be whatever you want to be, to do whatever you want to do, and to have whatever you want to have, always knowing that the best is yet to come. So it is. Ooh, don't forget to get your copy of the 12 Universal Laws of Success, your recipe book for success. If you want to close out this year strong, get your copy. Get it on Amazon. Get it on our website, herbertharris.com. But whatever you do, get one for you and give it to somebody you care about. This is Dr. Herbert Harris with our success thought for today. Thank you so much for joining us. And please, tomorrow, I want to interview somebody. So email me, herbert@herbertharris.com, or message me on Instagram. We're going to talk tomorrow on our Instagram Thought for Success. Have a great day.